We give you a preview of spring sports, a look at OGTs, and a look at the weekend weather with Carissa Daup.
This is the Weekly Roar with your hosts, Kyle Smith and Logan Van Wy. Wildcat Sports with Aaron Alt. And a look at Wildcat weather with
Carissa Daup.
Hello and welcome to the Weekly Roar. I'm Logan Van Wy.
And I'm Kyle Smith. We have an exciting show for you today, including a look at this weekend's temperatures, OGT week, spring sports, and the boys varsity basketball team's journey to the tournaments.
But first, Kyle, what did you do this morning?
Well, I took a shower and brushed my teeth. Why?
Imagine being overseas without your Suave shampoo and your Crest toothpaste. That is one of the issues our troops overseas may face daily, being miles away from home, months at a time without some of their favorite comforts. National Honor Society is still collecting items to send overseas to our servicemen and women through March 13th. As of today, the top 3 base classes are 1st Ensign, 2nd Pangborn, and 3rd Facemire.
Sounds like a cause worthwhile. I'll be encouraging everyone to lend a helping hand.
It sure is. Now let's get started with a look at the weekend weather conditions with Carissa Daup. Carissa?
Thanks, guys. This past week's temperatures felt like springtime, but as we move into this weekend and early next week, temperatures will cool down and feel more like winter again. Looking at the national map, you can see there's a lot of precipitation to the west, to the northeast, and lots of cloud coverage through the United States. A look closer to home shows a lot of precipitation to the east and cloud coverage through all of Ohio. Today will be partly cloudy with a high of 46 and a low of 26. This next week's temperatures will be cooler than last week's temperatures. Saturday will be partly cloudy with a high of 49 and a low of 29. Sunday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 51 and a low of 35. Monday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 52 and a low of 32. And Tuesday will be rainy with a high of 46 and a low of 28. That's it for weather. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Carissa. I was really hoping for some nice weather.
Same here. I really needed some tanning weather.
Well, Logan, I think tanning should be the last thing on your mind this weekend.
Why do you say that?
Well, OGTs are next week. Don't you have any to take?
Why would you say that? I passed them all on the first try. But if you need to know more about the OGTs, here's Eric Dickey with the Down Low.
Eric?
Thanks, guys. And I'm Eric Dickey here at Newark High School, and especially if you're a sophomore, everyone knows what next week is. That's right, OGT week. Let's go take a look. Every year in March, sophomores and other students need to take the giant OGT test that teachers have been talking about for the past couple years. So I went to find out what are OGTs and why we need to take them.
The Ohio Graduation Test. It is the final achievement test that is required for graduation, along with the right number of credits in a high school. You need to pass all 5 of the OGTs in order to graduate.
So we all know that eventually at some point we have to take the OGT test, but why are they so important?
Probably just because there needs to be a standard.
The state of Ohio wanted to make sure that all students statewide that take classes are being taught a similar curriculum and that they know X amount of facts, either in math or science, history.
OGTs are really important if you want to graduate high school. I went around to see what everyone thought about the tests and if they were prepared for them.
I kind of think they're kind of pointless because they're just really testing us, and we know all this stuff. We might struggle with it, but we know what we're doing, and I think it's a really big waste of time for it.
I don't know. I think I'm going to do pretty good. They don't seem that hard because I've done reviews in all my classes, so I'm not that worried.
I mean, overall, I would say that I'm fairly prepared for most of them, so.
We still have some time to review, and that seems to be key on how they review. All of us do it a little bit different, but I think the students are relatively prepared. It's really hard to tell, and usually we don't know until the results come out at the end of May.
Well, we sure do wish good luck to everyone taking the OGTs next week. I'm Eric Dickey, and back to you guys.
Thanks, Eric, for the down low. For those taking the OGT next week, if you attend all 5 sessions, give 100% effort on all the tests, and are not discipline problems during the test administration, you will be excused from school on Saturday, March 21st. This incentive replaces the previously announced early release incentive for Friday. Again, if you attend all sessions, give your best effort, and are not a discipline problem, you will not get early release on Friday, but will be excused all day on Saturday.
Well, I'm not as worried about the OGTs as I am for signing up for college scholarships.
Well, Kyle, head over to the guidance office. There are quite a few scholarships available, including the Newark Teachers Association Scholarship, the ADK Beta Gamma Educational Scholarship, the Down Syndrome Scholarship, the Licking County Home Economics Association Scholarship, the American Business Women's Association Scholarship, as well as
The Energy Cooperative Scholarship, the Time Warner Scholarship, Licking County Soil and Water Conservation Scholarship, Mary Barnes Nimble Thimble Scholarship, Father Castro Marafis Scholarship,
and last but certainly not least, the Newark Granville Altrusa Club, as well as the Heath Altrusa Club, are offering scholarships. The deadlines for these are approaching quickly, so head over to the guidance department in the hub for more information.
Well, with all this talk of scholarships, it reminds me that the end of the 2008-2009 school year is approaching and prom is just around the corner. It is time to start preparing for the senior class video for after prom. Senior students need to turn in their pictures to Mrs. Evans in the gym, and they need to be on a CD. We are not able to take any photos that are not on a CD. Deadline to submit your CDs is March 20th. If you have any questions, please see Mrs. Evans or Mr. Philhauer.
With that said, it should also remind you about this time of the year the boys varsity basketball team is heading to the tournaments.
The Wildcat t-shirts are here. We will be wearing them at the boys basketball game on Saturday. They are $10, so stop in the athletic office and pick one up and support the Wildcats. Let's check in with
Aaron Alt for an update on sports. Aaron?
Thanks, guys. This past Saturday, the boys basketball team played Upper Arlington at the Ohio Expo Center Coliseum. The Cats succeeded with a 75-66 Division I semifinal win. The team never trailed Upper Arlington. The Cats' hot shooting hit for 58% from the floor. Guard play proved to be effective as Ryan Dirks, Rollin Watson, and Cody Dennison easily pushed past the UA defense, or setting up teammates for some open three-point shots. Great efforts were provided by the whole team, sending Newark to a district final on Saturday, where they will be shooting for their 3rd straight district crown. Newark's leading scorers were Ryan Dirks with 21 points, Rollin Watson with 20 points, and Cody Dennison with 17 points. The Cats take on Dublin Scioto this Saturday at 12:30, so congratulations to our very hardworking Newark boys. And now, moving on to our highly anticipated spring sports, let's take a look at tennis. Coach Hayes tells us how the season is shaping up in comparison to the last.
I think we'll continue where we left off last year. So I think this year we'll have hopefully a winning season again. Since we have most of the varsity team back, besides 2 people. And besides that, I'm hoping we'll finish better in the conference, even though this year our conference is going to be a little bit more difficult, with the Pickeringtons in it and so forth. But besides that, I think we'll have a better season than last year, so I think we'll be very successful.
Varsity player and junior Alex Bress tells us how the team is shaping up despite their losses.
I think it should go pretty well. We lost Jeff Bechtel, who was our #1 singles, quite a good player, but we have a decent amount of depth this year, so we should be able to compensate for that and do pretty well, hopefully.
Now, even though they have lost a few key seniors, it still appears that our tennis team will do very well. That's all for sports. I'm Aaron Alt. Back to Kyle Smith and Logan Van Wy.
Thanks, Aaron. Now that we're on the subject of sports, track athletes and those interested in doing track need to stop by Mrs. Nash's room in 15D to pick up the rest of their fundraiser materials. Also, if you were unable to attend last week's meeting, please stop by and get all of your information.
Are you a bowler and you want to continue competing? Starting March 12th, there will be a 10-week season for high school bowlers at Valley Lanes. There will be an organizational meeting about the league March 5th at 6 p.m. for coaches, parents, and bowlers. Teams will consist of 4 bowlers per team, and the cost will be $6 per bowler each week. Also, all NHS bowlers, our banquet is Sunday, March 15th in the gym balcony. Please see Miss Wiley in 200C for details.
Anybody like to bowl? Stressed out about OGTs? Then come to Valley Lanes on 21st Street to bowl your stress away in the foreign language bowling tournament on Thursday, March 19th after school. The cost is $5 a person, which includes 2 games and bowling shoes. Games will be bowled in a 4-person team. Sign up with any foreign language teacher by Tuesday if you are interested. Prizes will be rewarded to the top bowler in each language and to the top team.
There will be a brief meeting for peer mediators on Monday, March 16th, right after school in room 200E.
National Honor Society is still collecting items to send to our soldiers. We will be collecting items through this Friday, March 13th, which is today. As of today, the top 3 base classes are 1st Ensign, 2nd Pangborn, and 3rd Facemeyer.
Attention sophomores and juniors. A representative from West Point Naval Academy will be here to speak with students regarding West Point this Wednesday, March 11th, during 4th period. See the guidance secretary for more information.
Teaching Professions Academy of CTEC is sponsoring a book drive for students in need. We are collecting books for all ages. Any books you give would be greatly appreciated. Please bring your new or gently used books to Mr. Folan's office. The last day will be March 26th, and if you have any questions, contact Diane Anderson or Sarah Whitaker.
Well, that's all we have for the show today. Mr. Folan would like to remind students and teachers that our next Makeup Day will be held Saturday, March 21st and Thursday, June 4th. We'll be back next week and have a great weekend.
We leave you with the alma mater. Go Cats.
High school, Newark High School, loyal now thy children stand, as we lift our song to praise thee, better school in all the land. All the strong may be thy rivals, they cannot withstand thy might, for we all shall be defenders of the crimson and the white. All the strong may be thy rivals,